Right now at 5, we are learning new details about the man shot and killed by police in the Clifton neighborhood late last night. LMPD is leading the investigation, which is a change from recent incidents of officer-involved shootings. This one happened just after 10 last night on New Main Street, where Frankfort meets the train tracks. According to LMPD Chief Jacqueline Villarreal, police arrived on scene minutes after receiving a call of gunshots right there. The coroner has now identified the man who was shot as 47-year-old James Monty. He was taken to the hospital and police say that is where he died. No one else was hurt. Well, Travis Breeze has new information from the mayor coming in late this afternoon. Travis, what can you tell us?
Shay, the biggest piece of info that I got today was some information about how this actually happened. Mayor Greenberg told us that James Monty was wildly firing guns multiple times, and there were multiple 911 calls about what he was doing. The update from the coroner's office listed Monty's address as city at large, which means he very well could have been houseless. Greenberg also reiterated they are very fortunate that no one else was hurt. Mayor Greenberg confirmed his office did inherit a policy saying that Kentucky State Police is supposed to be the lead agency in every officer-involved shooting, but that is not happening for this shooting. LMPD has told us in the past that one reason why KSP might not take the lead is if they were overwhelmed with other investigations. I asked Greenberg if that was still a determining factor.
Is there any truth to that, or is there any other way that it's decided if it's going to be KSP or LMPD?
LMPD is taking the lead on this investigation, and we look forward to releasing the body cam footage in the coming days.
I was out on Frankfort Ave this afternoon, and I did not find any businesses with bullet holes, but one barbershop owner did share this security footage with me of officers walking down the street with their long guns, probably a little bit before midnight. Greenberg reminded us the facts of the shooting and the body camera footage will be handed over to the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office and the Office of Inspector General. He said they will release the body camera footage as soon as it is practical. In the studio, Travis Breeze, WHAS 11 on your side.
Travis, thank you very much for the update. Also this week, the LMPD chief and mayor missed another deadline to release the Department of Justice body cam footage. When the mayor and the chief released more than 60 cases mentioned in the DOJ reports, that was back in May. They said the footage would be released in 60 days. Well, that deadline came and went in July. When WHAS 11 followed up on Thursday the 20th, they said that they expected the video to be released in the next 2 weeks. That would have been yesterday. We asked the mayor about transparency concerns this afternoon.
I'm looking forward to getting that released as soon as practical here, and hopefully that's in the very near future. We are focused on this. This is a key priority for us at the city, for LMPD, for the chief, for myself, and we certainly know it is for the community as well. And so I don't like the fact that we missed what we originally said, but we are going to get that ASAP out.
Out of those 60 cases used in the DOJ report, 33 of them will be reviewed by the police chief to determine the next steps. The man accused of participating in a national ring to buy and sell body parts was arraigned in federal court today on gun charges. James Knott is charged with having a firearm as a prohibited person and transporting it across state lines. While he is connected to that federal investigation, he has not been charged as part of it. A legal expert said he potentially could be charged with abuse of a corpse in Kentucky, but there is no federal law against having human remains or body parts in your home. Today, Knott entered a plea of not guilty. The case is expected to go to trial by jury on September 25th of this year. Knott is facing a maximum of 10 years in prison. Former University of Louisville basketball star Terrence Williams has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for ripping off the NBA's health and welfare benefit plan. Williams was ordered to forfeit more than $650,000 and pay $2.5 million in restitution. A judge said Williams used his people skills to entice others to aid in his health care fraud after he, quote, frittered away substantial earnings from his professional career. Williams played at U of L under Rick Pitino from 2005 to 2009. He was taken 11th overall in the 2009 draft. A former Bullitt County Sheriff's deputy was arrested after officers say he stole firearms from the sheriff's office. According to the arrest citation, officers found 3 stolen guns in John Cottrell's home. The document says Cottrell signed the weapons out when he still worked for the sheriff's department. They determined all 3 guns belonged to the sheriff's department. Cottrell also defaced one of the firearms, obscuring the serial number. He has already posted a $1,500 bond. Well, happy Friday as we head into this summer evening. You are looking at some sunny skies, a little bit of cloud cover, and Ben, that's not a bad thing when it's getting this warm.
Yeah, no doubt. A little hazy out there too. We've had that orange air quality alert with some ozone out there, but it's going to be nice and warm, some good baseball weather. Try to keep that win streak going this week for the Bats out at Slugger Field. The first pitch at 7:15. It'll stay dry. It's just going to be warm and humid out there, and enjoy those Friday night fireworks after the game. Upper 80s right now. It feels like 93 with that extra humidity. Live view here with our Hughes and Coleman cam, part of our U of L Health Camera Network, and temps across the region mostly in the 80s, but it does feel a touch warmer than that. Right now 90 is the heat index in Frankfort. Feels like 91 up and down I-65 from Seymour to Scottsburg and over towards Shepherdsville, and Springfield also at 91 degrees. So seasonably hot out there for our Friday, and there you see the sunshine across the area. Active weather has stayed off to our west and to the south. So humid tonight, low temperature 72 degrees, 85 at lunchtime tomorrow, and we'll see just a very small chance of an isolated shower passing through during the afternoon, but a lot of our Saturday will be dry and hot with that high up to 92 degrees. I'll show you a better chance of some storms on the way by the end of the weekend coming up in our complete forecast.
All right, Ben, thank you very much. Well, today we're learning more about this plume of yellow smoke seen in New Albany yesterday. The smoke was rising from the Bluegrass Chemical Specialties building, causing employees to evacuate, and a similar leak has happened twice before, earlier this year. Today, Alexis Jones took resident concerns straight to the officials. She shares how they plan to put an end to this ongoing problem.
A scary sight in New Albany Thursday, concerning residents for the 3rd time this year.
It's very alarming. I mean, yesterday while I was en route there, I'm like, oh my gosh.
The massive cloud of yellow smoke came from Bluegrass Chemical Specialties. EMA manager Kim Barrow says it's made of oxides of nitrogen,
which is emissions that basically come from your car, just at a higher level.
Barrow says Bluegrass uses the chemical to clean metal, but once again, their cleaning process failed. Though it's unpleasant to see and smell, he assures the smoke is harmless. With that being said, Barrow admits the frequent chemical leaks are a nuisance.
It takes up resources for the county and the city. It causes traffic issues. It causes panic to the general public, the residents that live in the neighborhood.
He says he's working with local and state officials to put an end to things. In the meantime, the plant's president, Matt Breener, agreed to shut down all effective processes until they find a root cause and make changes. Barrow adds the company brought in a chemist to help. He says they're also being investigated by Indiana Department of Environmental Management. Once again, officials say they are working together to fix the problem, but if a chemical leak happens again, Barrow advises everyone to stay indoors and to take necessary precautions. In New Albany, Alexis Jones, WHAS11 on your side.
We reached out to New Albany's Councilman Josh Turner. In a statement, he said in part, Bluegrass Chemical needs to address these problems internally with complete public transparency and have a robust plan in place to prevent future incidents. Our focus remains on protecting our community and encouraging the growth of our city without attracting unwanted scrutiny and unnecessary overregulation. Well, according to the Indiana Department of Environmental Management, Bluegrass Chemical is facing several violations. According to the report, the facility failed to control the NOx emissions in March and June of this year. You're looking at video of the gas leak from March. More than 280 pounds of gas was released into the air. According to the report, the executive vice president said there was poor or no communication between shifts. The agency required an action letter from Bluegrass Chemicals detailing how they will fix those problems. The violations were recorded 2 weeks ago. Well, looking ahead now to next week, the city will be hosting a community meeting to discuss the hazardous house on Applegate Lane. It will be held on Monday, August 7th at 6:30 at the Highview Baptist Church on Faganbush Lane. Only people who live nearby, work nearby, or care for someone nearby will be allowed to go to the meeting in person. you will be asked to show your ID or a piece of mail because space is limited. Everyone else can watch the meeting on Metro TV's Facebook page. The information webpage also has a lot of new information today. You can find that at louisvilleky.gov/ApplegateSafety. And late this afternoon, we learned the Sherman-Minton Bridge will not reopen before Monday's morning rush hour. That update came in from the Bridge Renewal Project. A spokesperson says the delay is because of added safety measures and weather delays. The bridge was closed last week for emergency repairs to a bearing on the approach bridge on the Kentucky side. Officials with the project say repair teams will spend the weekend installing stabilizers and redundant bracing, along with a digital monitoring system to provide real-time data on the bridge. Again, it will not be reopening as planned for Monday. They have not provided an updated reopening date. Louisville UPS Teamsters are now endorsing the proposed contract from UPS. This comes after they were the only representatives at a private meeting in D.C. to vote no on the recommendation. In a Facebook post, Louisville Teamsters chapter said they originally voted against recommending the agreement due to concerns over market rate adjustments, which can adjust an employee's salary. Now that those concerns have been addressed, they are recommending members vote yes. In the post, they call this new agreement the most historic step forward in union history.